Before I start this review, let me say that I am glad to see the Transformers are still working for General Motors. What I mean is, after General Motors went bankrupt a few weeks ago, I was pretty much expecting Bumblebee to walk out with a Fiat logo branded on his chest, but luckily that's not the case. Now this movie is easily one of the most anticipated films to come out this summer, and while I wasn't looking forward to it, I was at least hoping it would be good, because I did have a good time with the original Transformers. While the first film wasn't perfect, far from it, I was still entertained by the original one. I at least enjoyed the ride. It had great action, it had great special effects, so I was hoping this film would have the same. Sadly, that's not the case. It's like what your parents always tell you. I'm not angry, I'm just disappointed. That's all I really have to say to Michael Bay, the director of this film. I'm not angry with you, I'm not upset with you, I'm just disappointed. The plot to this film picks up a couple of years after the original movie. The Autobots are hunting down the last remaining Decepticons who are roaming the Earth, along with their human allies. As they're hunting one of the Decepticons in Shanghai, one of the Decepticons mentions something about an ancient Transformer known as the Fallen. No one really knows who that is. And shortly after this happens, the main human character, Sam, played by Shia LaBeouf, discovers a shard of the cube which was from the original film. When he finds this shard inside his jacket, he's branded with all of this information that goes straight to his subconscious, and he starts seeing these random images and symbols everywhere. And as the film progresses, we come to find out that the information Sam is now holding inside his mind may very well save the Earth. So that's the premise for this film. Now let me go back to what I stated earlier in this review. I didn't think the original Transformers was that good. However, I liked the concept, and it kept me entertained. The special effects and action in the first film were very, very good. So I forgave the film of its plot holes and occasional bad dialogue. This film did not keep me entertained. Therefore, I can't really forgive it of its plot holes and dialogue. Now, the special effects and action in this film were pretty good. However, if you've seen the original Transformers, it's pretty much all the same stuff you've seen from the original. There is a couple of new Autobots and a couple of new Decepticons. They look kinda cool, but they don't really progress the plot in any way. Also, since I'm talking about new characters, let me bring up these two new characters on the Autobot side. I can't recall their names at the moment, but I'm just going to call them the Twins, because I believe that's what they're referred to occasionally in the movie. They're just called the Twins. Several people I have spoken to have had a big problem with these two characters, because they are seen as caricatures of black people. Reno Wilson, who provided the voice for one of the two twins, has been quoted as saying, "It's an alien who uploaded information from the internet and put together a conglomeration and formed this cadence, way of speaking and body language that accumulated over X amount of years of information, and that's what came out." He's also quoted as saying, "These could easily be Transformers that uploaded Kevin Federline data." What you are stating is that these two characters are not a playoff of black culture. They are a playoff of urban culture. Now, I don't know which would be more offensive. Offending black people or offending an entire culture of people. If aliens ever come to Earth, I certainly hope they will take more away from the urban culture than gold buck teeth and ebonics. Now, these two characters are basically played out to be the main comedic relief in this film. Also, a lot of the comedy in this film just falls flat for me, and it didn't need to be in the movie. There's just random shots of dogs humping each other, and little Decepticons humping Megan Fox's leg, and then there's a random joke about robot testicles. What the hell is that doing in there? So aside from most of the comedy falling flat for me, I found the plot to be kind of convoluted at times. I also found some of the dialogue to be kind of odd. Now let me stress one point before I start to finish up this review. I don't mind if you like this film. If you go out and see it and have a good time, good for you. Unlike past films I reviewed, like Disaster Movie and Dragon Ball Evolution, which were absolutely terrible, I don't mind if you like this film. So unlike those past films I reviewed where I think you're an absolute freaking moron if you liked them, this film I can understand if you liked it. And if you took something good away from it, good. I'm glad you enjoyed it. However, this film did some things that personally I can't stand. So I did not enjoy it. So, final rating. While the special effects and action are on par with the original in this series, the plot is a bit more convoluted, the dialogue is pretty bad, and there are whole characters that shouldn't have even been in the film. So I am going to give this movie 2 stars. If you are a fan of the original Transformers, you're probably going to see this movie anyway. Odds are you will like this movie, and that's fine. However, I highly recommend you wait until this movie comes out on DVD, so you can skip over some of the unneeded scenes that are in this film. Because this movie does run for over 2.5 hours. It is really friggin' long. Well, that's all for this week, guys. Thanks again for watching, and take care. Who the hell are you?
Where is the cube?
The... what now?
You fail me yet again.
Oh, damn it!